Welcome to this video, and today we'll be looking at an example try work where we are going to make use of the while loop. Right, so let's dive into it. We have a project currently underway at chemical labs. Requires that a substance be continually heated in a vat. The technician must check the substance's temperature every 15 minutes. If the substance's temperature does not exceed 102.5 degrees Celsius, then the technician does nothing. However, if the temperature is greater than 102.5 degrees Celsius, the technician must turn down the vat thermostat, wait 5 minutes, and check the temperature again. The technician repeats these steps until the temperature does not exceed 102.5 degrees Celsius. The director of engineering has asked you to write a program that guides the technician through this process. Right, so here goes the algorithm. We have 1 says prompt the user to enter the substance's temperature. And 2, repeat the following steps as long as the temperature is greater than 102.5 degrees Celsius. So A, tell the technician to turn down the thermostat. Wait 5 minutes and check the temperature again. And then B, we have prompt the user to enter the temperature, the substance temperature again, right? So the third thing is after the loop finishes, tell the technician that the temperature is acceptable and check it again in 15 minutes. Right, so we are going to do this using the while loop in C++. Alright, so we have to declare a variable for our temperature here, which is going to be our maximum temperature, right? So we are going to declare this as a constant variable. And then we can go ahead and think about how to solve this while we proceed. So first things first, we have to declare a variable. Can say const let's do max then we can say it's equal to 102.5, right? So we forgot this is going to be a double. Then we can have another double variable where we ask the user to temperature, right? Where we will be saving the user's input whenever they want to check the temperature of, whenever they want to use our code for their execution, right? So we are going to ask the user to enter the temperature, the current temperature, and then we can use that to check for the expression for our while loop, and then we will be executing some form of task. All right, so let's display a message to the user to display a message to accept the temperature from the user or technician, right? So we can do cout enter the temperature of the substance, and it has to be in degrees Celsius, right? Okay, can give him some space, and we are going to take this using cin, and then that will be stored inside the temperature variable, right? And while we take this, we are going to check it with our while loop, right? And if it is greater than our maximum temperature, which is 102.5, then we can display some instructions to the technician, right? So we are going to do while the temperature, that's the value the technician will enter, is less than uh actually we display it when it's greater, right? So we say the temperature, we are checking if the temperature is greater than our maximum temp, then we can display the instructions we are supposed to display to the user. So it says to repeat the following steps as long as the temperature is greater than 102.5 degrees Celsius. So tell the technician to turn down the thermostat, wait 5 minutes, and check the temperature again. So let's do that while the temperature is greater than our maximum temperature. We are going to tell the technician to turn down the thermostat. So we can say um yeah. And on the next line we can do wait for 5 minutes. Then what again? We have checked the temperature again. Alright, so we can ask the user to enter their temperature again, and we are going to check it for the next iteration. So we can take the new temperature from the technician or user. So let's do cout enter the new temperature. Then of course we are going to use scene to take in temperature from the user. Alright, so prompt the user to enter the substance temperature. Exactly, so we can ask them to enter the new temperature. Then we save it inside our temperature variable and we can check it again. Alright, so whatever they enter, is it greater than our maximum temperature? If it is, they are going to go through this process again. But then when they enter something that is less than our maximum temperature, we can break out of this loop and say after the loop finishes, tell the technician that the temperature is acceptable and to check it again in 15 minutes. So we are going to do this. We are going to do this outside of our while loop, right? Because this has to be just one thing. And then if they want to do this again, they can run the program again. So we can remind the user can do all right. So this should be it for our code. Right, so we have our maximum temperature set to 102.5. We have a variable that will be storing the user's input. Then we prompt the user for the first time to enter a temperature. And whatever value they are going to be entered is going to be checked if it is greater than the maximum temperature. If this condition is true, we are going to display this information to the user and also take a new temperature from the user. So let's run this. Then our first note is enter the temperature of the substance in degrees Celsius. So we know our maximum temperature is 102.5, right? So if the value is less than 102.5, which makes our loop statement expression false, then we can, in that case, this is not going to execute the statement of the while loop. It's going to go straight ahead to the next code outside the while loop. So let's enter 100, which is less than our maximum temperature. Then we can see the temperature is accepted. Check again in 15 minutes. Right, so this time we did not enter the while loop because the value we entered is less than our maximum temperature. All right, so right now let's test for a value greater than our maximum temperature. So we can do 150. All right, 150 is greater than the maximum temperature, right? So we enter into the statement of the while loop. Then we execute the temperature is too high, turn down thermostat, wait for 5 minutes, then enter the new temperature after they wait for 5 minutes, right? So they can run this again, and let's say this time around the temperature is 130, which is still greater than our maximum temperature. So the code runs again, the condition will check, and it is still true, right? So it says the temperature is too high, turn down the thermostat. So until this thing is less than our maximum temperature, this will keep on, the loop will keep on executing. All right, so let's say we get to 110, and so they'll have to wait for 5 minutes. So let's say they get to 101, which is less than our temperature, then they can have the temperature is acceptable. Check it again in 15 minutes. Right, so this right here will be the end of our lesson. I'll see you in the next video where we are going to catch up with the do while loop. See you all.